Ron Moshier standing by on the line here. Ron, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill.
I'm just venting over the fact that you're a Giants fan, though, right?
Yeah, so if you want to hear some venting, hey, but I knew it was going to come to this because the end of their season, they're starting to face very good teams, and it'll really test them. I'm afraid of losing out. That's how worried I am. So
we're okay. We'll be okay.
Oh, okay, thanks. Your Bills aren't bad either, you know.
Manaski says you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, we are. It's okay.
But beware, he's on meds for his knee.
I'm not, though.
Oh, you're right. That's right. All right, Ron, so we're getting in here full swing, basically, when it comes to high school sports, the winter season. We're all underway now. I noticed you had your preview in this past week.
Yeah, that put me through some sleepless nights, literally, I think. But, yeah, I mean, right away, Bill, the first full week really of basketball last week, and two things, boys basketball-wise, jumped out at me. Notre Dame's win at New Hartford was big. I mean, I think Notre Dame was up by as many as 15, and New Hartford came back to tie it behind Frankie Policelli, and then Notre Dame pulled away for an 8-point win. What Ryan Gokes, who played at New Hartford, has done at Notre Dame is impressive because they are still very, very young, but they've got some great guards, Jalen Warmack, Dante Griffin, Trajan Garrett, who went through last year's season even younger, obviously, and made it to the Section 3 finals. So, I mean, that was a great start to the TDL season, and, you know, New Hartford's going to be heard from, too, because Frankie Policelli, you know, he was on the cover of our preview section, and he's one of the best players in the area as a junior. So I think that was a preview to what's to come in the Tri-Valley League, because let's face it, Proctor, you know, at Proctor, Mark Josephs is always saying, I don't know how good we're going to be. Well, they're off to a 2-0 start, and they're at Whitesboro tonight. They've already beaten two pretty good AA teams in Auburn and Fayetteville Manlius. So Proctor at Whitesboro tonight should be a good one in boys basketball. And the other thing that jumps out at me, I don't know if you guys remember, a couple of years ago, the ride we were on with Waterville boys basketball team with Kobe Maxim. They had they were loaded with seniors. They could hit threes. They had it all, size, great backcourt. Again, they are loaded with seniors, and a lot of these guys were sophomores who kind of went along for the ride a few years ago, and now it's their turn, and they're off to a 3-0 start, and against three pretty good teams, Clinton, Sherburne-Earlville, and then this last weekend, a 3-point win over Herkimer. They really have it all again. They have Matt Batson inside, a good point guard in Brandon English. Kyle Timian's been around. Nick Solom's been around. They've got some athletes, and they've got some experience. And I've really, so far, without seeing them in person, have been impressed with what Waterville's done, and I've got a feeling that they're going to go a long ways this year. You know, they're at home tonight against New York Mills, a Class D New York Mills team that's reloading, really. So another good one tomorrow is, I should say, Notre Dame's hosting BBS in boys basketball. Remember, BBS was an independent for 4 or 5 years. Now they're back in the Tri-Valley League, and they've got a great player in Davey Moffitt, so that should be a good one, too.
I want to ask you, off high school sports, just for a moment. Do you watch any golf, and have you been following any of the Tiger return here?
I just followed it, reading about it. I didn't see any of it, actually. It was my wife's birthday, and I took her out to her alma mater to the Carrier Dome to watch SU squeak out one over Powerhouse, North Florida on Saturday.
All right, so
I'm sorry, I missed the golf. I know it was not an up and down, a down and up. I guess didn't he have a horrible round and then came back and lit it up on, was it Saturday? Yeah.
I mean, I think there's hope. But as long as you were at the Syracuse game, I got to tell you, I think they could get a pass on this Powerhouse in South Florida or North Florida?
North Florida. A team. How good can a team be when their nickname is the Ospreys? I pride myself in knowing nicknames. I had to look it up.
The hell is that? I had no idea. But I got to say, though, they had that one kid that was just pounding out those 3-pointers. Yeah,
the left-hander, number 14. I think he finished with 27 points.
It was,
they were NBA range, too.
Yeah. I mean, so if there's anything that you could say as an excuse, giving Syracuse a bit of an excuse, it would be that kid was just on fire.
Yeah, he was. I know at times Boeheim wasn't too happy with a couple guys inside too, giving up baskets inside. Of course, they had to extend the zone because the kid, and I'm sorry, I don't know his name, the lefty, number 14, they had to extend the zone out on him, and that opened it up inside a little too late.
Yep.
But, I mean, they were up by 20-some, and then all of a sudden it was a 6-point game, and the fans were on the edge of their seats, including my wife and I. So.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. And Manaski with one more little addition here.
Well, an osprey, just so we all know, is a large...
It's a bird. It's a bird.
It's a fish-eating bird, right, of prey, long, narrow wings, white underside, and crown found throughout the world.
Yeah.
Hey, it sounds like he's reading from Wikipedia. Is that true?
Ranger Rick over here.
From Merriman.
No, I think
me.
I've seen an osprey before, believe it or not. But I did have to Google it to see what it was. So
yeah, well,
they were, and Bill, that's a 3-17. So,
I know.
And I love Tyler Lydon, but he struggled.
He had
a tough game.
And here's the problem too with Syracuse, and I saw this early on when they were playing well. Is it was all from the outside. You know Syracuse, when they live by the 3-pointer, always seems to die by the 3-point shot.
Well, they lived by it the other day because Andrew White was on fire. But, other than that, and you know what? I should give credit. Dajuan Coleman played well.
Coleman did. Yeah, I thought he played really well.
Yeah, he did. And the former Janesville DeWitt star played well. And actually, my wife and I watched him at Glens Falls years ago, in the Final Four in high school, and
that was
he's gotten better and better.
That was good to see because the last couple of years, last year, he was out last year. Or was he back? He was back last year, and he just did not play well. But yeah, he had a really good game. So
no, he's a good comeback story.
Yeah,
he really
all right,
is.
Good stuff, Ron. Thanks so much. You can read all about it in the utica.od.com in the Observer Dispatch.
All right, have a great day, guys.
Thanks, Ron. Ron Moshier from the OD.